All right, crank that thing up, Frankie. Here we go.
Brian Kemp and Herschel Walker, respectively.
Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker's running for what? What's Herschel Walker running for?
U.S. Senate in Georgia.
Nice. Nice. I like it.
Officials say he's not a continuing threat.
Oh, there we go. Gotta be careful. We changed things. Sorry about that. Here we go, everybody. All right, the weather's perfect. It was frosty on the ground this morning. 34 degrees.
This is WFMD.
Yeah.
Charged on Friday by the Frederick County Grand Jury. 26-year-old Ronaldo Lopez Reyes of Frederick was charged by the panel with second-degree rape, second-degree assault, and false imprisonment for an incident which occurred on August 28th. Grand jurors also indicted 76-year-old Jose Angel Espinoza Galdamez of Manassas, Virginia, for sex abuse of a minor.
Good to see everybody. Call in with your questions, 301-694-9363. Phone lines are going to be open. So also is the text. Thanks for tuning in. Let everybody know. Hit the like, share, button. Hit that bell. Ring that bell.
Where trial dates will be scheduled. I'm Kevin McManus, WFMD News.
And it's going to be 63 degrees. Nope, 58.
For your Saturday, mostly sunny with a high of 63.
63.
Saturday night becoming clear with a
I got it.
35.
Bingo.
Sunday,
What a guess.
sunny with a high of 63.
Who would have known?
Sunday night, some rain and drizzle with a low of
Ooh,
45.
we don't want no rain.
9:30
All right.
FMD Skyscan forecast is the surface of PJ's Roofing. When it comes to your roof, they've got you covered. Visit PJ'sRoofing.com.
All right, here we go, folks.
This is your Frederick Real Estate Update, a conversation about the regional real estate market with tips for buyers and sellers. Your host.
Hey, folks, welcome back to your Frederick Real Estate Update. I am Darren Aher with RE/MAX Results, and I have with me the one and only, the man with all the money at Presidential Bank, Mr.
Terry Kernan.
Hey, bud, how we doing?
Good. Beautiful Saturday. I was in the office this morning. We're kind of doing a fall cleanup, so shout out to Sean and Mary Susan and Mark and Larry. We're all kind of trying to get things a little, but the great thing is the kids were all out on the canal today in their costumes and stuff. So if you get a chance to go down,
Yeah.
they're there now, and it's pretty cool.
Check out all the scary kids out on there in Frederick and downtown. Taking over the place. So, yeah, speaking of your office, brand new downtown Frederick. Thanks for the big invite and getting to open up the doors to the grand opening to your new location and the bank down there. Right next to Weinberg Center, pretty much, right there.
Yes.
So,
yes.
nice place.
So just to let everybody know, is as most people know, I started a branch here, mortgage branch, 23 years ago in Frederick. And a lot of the same people that I started with, Mark Wharton and Lori and Larry and Mike Bradley, and a lot of people are still with me after all these years. But what we've done is the bank expanded our footprint, and they brought a bank branch up at 14 West Patrick Street.
There you go.
So right there, we've got a great bank branch. It's a walk-in bank branch. Go in, tell them, that I sent you. Open up an account. We've got CDs that are at 3%. One of our customers is opening up a several $1 million CD, so the bank's pretty happy with us.
Yeah, I think so. I'm next. I'm coming.
3% CD for 1 year.
That's
now,
awesome.
If you do it for 2 years,
What do you get?
3% for 1 year, but it declines 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And the reason it declines is because we expect rates to drop.
Okay. Yep.
Okay?
Okay.
So it would not make sense for the bank to give you a commitment for 5 years at 3% when we feel that the rates are going to come down at some point in the next 18 months.
Okay.
So that's why people say, well, how come a 2-year CD is less than a 1 year? And it's because we don't want to be committed at such a high rate, lending at a high, not lending rate, but a high, savings rate,
Yeah.
And but it's still a great program. We have a lot of great rates. Our checking is almost at 3% as well.
Good.
And after what we see this week, we're probably going to see those rates go up a little bit.
All right, so there you go. I know for me, I felt the pressure. I'm like, hey, I'm going to have to transfer all. I can't tell you where I bank, but I bring everything, and I'm going to bring it in wheelbarrows full. In fact, the armored truck this week, Terry, is going to pull in, and it's going to have all my money in it, and it's coming right into Presidential Bank. I'm going to come in, sign everything over, and you know what? When I was a kid, you know what I used to love about going with my parents to the bank in Pittsburgh, where we grew up, you know? I'll never forget it. It was always, you got the lollipop. And you guys have better lollipops at your bank than anybody else. So that should be the number one reason also, besides the 3%, that you go and open up an account at Presidential Bank Mortgage right there in downtown Frederick next to the Weinberg Center. So, all right, awesome. Everybody knows about that. Also, Terry, I'm going to give away before we start, I'm going to give away a $50 gift card, and I had this earlier, a $50 gift card to Dunkin' Donut, okay? Dunkin' Donut's the winner today. They're going to get, this week, we're going to do it. What they have to do, they have to visit my website, DarrenAhern.com, and you have to check out the latest and greatest on my website, and you got to make a comment I'm going to put it on my Facebook. You got to make a comment on what you like about it or you'd change about it. And whoever does that in the next week, I promise you, we're going to announce, whoever does that, we're going to announce they get a $50 gift card from Dunkin' Donuts. So I thought that'd be kind of a fun thing. What do you think?
That's great.
All right.
That's great.
Let's get into the market. Here we go. I'm going to do the numbers. Active total, 489. Last week, we were at 493.
So it's down.
It's down. Down by four houses. We're down by 4.
So less than 1%.
Yeah, we can't break the 500. So I went out and I marketed it. I'm going to lose my trip to Hawaii by December 31st, a.k.a. on the Presidential Bank, Terry Kernan paying for all of it if we break 500, and I'm going to will do anything. Nobody sell. Nobody do anything. You just wait till January 1. I'm just kidding. Sounds good, though, doesn't it? All right, 489. Resales 301. 43 average day time on market. That is right around where we were, 43, 44.
How much? 43?
43, 44 days we're at, but you don't want to wait that long. I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you why. 475 median average sale price. We're down from 481. We've come down 6,000, boys and girls. Somebody says the sky is falling, prices are collapsing and adjusting. No, they're not. No. These are just a little baby tweaks about smart sellers who aren't selling right now. And that's that. So, all right, here we go. Coming soon, 40. Instead of 43, we're down to 40. Seasonal, time of the year, no problem. Pending on the contract, 289. And the total was, 289 on the resale. So about the same as last time.
Okay.
And then, let me make sure past 30 days. Oh, this is the big one. Oh, took my breath away. In the last 30 days before last week, we had 584. Now we're at 329. This is the lowest.
So repeat this.
It was 584 homes that sold in the past 30 days as of last week.
Sold as in went under contract or actually
No,
went to
sold.
settlement?
Settlement, 584 in the last 30 days. This week, 329.
Ouch.
Holy cow.
That's what.
There it is.
Talk about.
There.
That's what I'm
So,
seeing.
yep. So the delay, remember that 45-day delay for settlement companies that have a settlement? This last week, this is our world changed.
That's 40%.
Yeah. Our world changed, this is called pipeline. Our world pipeline changed 4 months ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pipeline for settlement companies this last week was lights on, lights off. Biggest change right now. This is it. So when I call up all my title attorney friends and say, hey, how you guys doing over there? You guys aren't running with your heads chopped off and you're not working till midnight. I have a question for you. And they're like, all right, I got 7 hours to answer it for you, Darren. What you need? I'm sorry. You got to laugh a little bit. It's like, all right, so this is my summary. Ready, Terry? We're now officially all in the same boat. That's it. First, second, third class, Titanic. We're all on the boat together. Realtors, lenders, title, and everybody else. We're all there together. So I feel good. I feel good.
The boat has not hit an iceberg.
No, we haven't.
Okay.
We're just all on the boat.
We're on the boat.
We're on
the band is still playing on the top deck.
Heck yeah.
We're on the boat. It has not hit an iceberg. this is something that we are going to get out of. But
Oh, yeah, we're good.
That's an amazing number that it dropped that much.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. But
And that's what I'm seeing
Yeah.
as well.
yeah, well, that's what I want to get into. So 99.5% is the average list sold price ratio, which is good. That's a big factor and indicator as well. But what are you seeing? We talked a little before the program. What's going on in your world?
So let's talk about last week. I said what's coming up this week is the GDP. Okay, big number, and that's going to kind of thing. So anybody 60 or over, okay, everybody that has any money in the stock market, but let's talk about the 60s and over. The 60s and over, most of them, because I'm in that club now, right? You're not there.
No, don't even wish
The
me
60 and
there.
over club, I've talked to so many people in the last 2-3 months. The market's dropped so much since August that a lot of people that I talked to are like, yeah, I was thinking of retiring, getting out, but now I've got, I just lost 2 years of retirement, whatever the case. Well, we saw a big, huge increase this last week. Why did we see that increase? Because some good news came out that kind of said, hey, things are maybe slowing down a little bit, but the big number that we talked about was GDP, gross domestic product, okay? And I've talked about the GDP before. I've explained it before. I'm going to re-explain what the GDP is and how important it is, and this will just take a minute. It's the monetary measure of the market value of all the final goods and services produced and sold, not resold, but sold in a specific time period, okay? We look at our GDP not on a monthly, because that would be too confusing, but we look at it on a quarterly. So what happened in the second and third quarter, the first and second quarter of this year is our GDP dropped, which showed that our economy was slowing down, okay?
Yep.
Which 2 in a row shows we're in a recession. What happened this week is the GDP came out, and they were expecting 2.4%. I was like, oh, they'll be crazy if they think they get that. And then it came out at 2.6% increase in the GDP. Huge number. So you saw a bit of confidence that, okay, our economy is still growing, but we can handle some more increases in rates, okay? So what's going to happen this week, Darren, is the Fed meets, okay?
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
Fed
why
meets.
I was hoping they'd fall asleep and not meet and don't do a darn thing. But go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, there's no way, okay? Maybe that plane that disappears over the Bermuda Triangle and shows up in like 6 weeks, okay? That's not going to happen. But here's what's going to happen, is the Fed's going to, 90-some% sure that they're going to bump it up 0.75%. But this GDP number basically gave the investors a little bit of breathing room, saying, hey, our people, our market, our country can handle a little bit more of a price increase. The biggest thing that's going to happen is not this 0.75% increase. We all know it's going to happen. It's factored into everything that you see out there. You've seen a huge increase in the Dow. Just this week was 1,500 points higher. So what we're going to see is basically what Chairman Powell says on Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock, okay?
Okay.
2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, hold tight, watch what's going to happen, and that is going to be his reaction on what the economy is saying. What the hope is that they've already said, we're going to do 3 quarters in November, we're going to do another half in December, and we're going to do a quarter in January. What the hope is that there's a signal that they're going to slow down increasing the rates. And that's why the market improved this week, because the feeling that the good news that was coming out is going to basically slow things down and how fast they're raising them. Because what we're seeing on our end, so how does this relate to the mortgages, okay? You and I talked earlier. You said, hey, I'm busy. I got 7 contracts, and I got this, and I got this. We're all busy right now finishing up our pipelines, okay? But what you just said is we're going from 584 to 329. That's a huge difference. What I saw this week, I've never seen before, and that's the whoa effect, okay?
Yeah.
Friend of mine, Danny O'Brien, and John Beam, every time I see them, they're always like, whoa. The whoa effect is when you come in to looking for a mortgage, okay, and you see that the interest rates have gone up so much, is you don't correlate that. Okay, people, what do they want? What do they shop for? They shop for the lowest rate. What do they really want? They
Lowest
want the
payment.
lowest payment.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Rates don't matter.
Lowest payment does.
Give me the lowest payment. So when the rates went up to as high as 7 3/4 in the last 2 weeks, now they're back down to close to 7.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah, come down.
Now they've come down, so there's that much volatility. But what we're taking a look at, Darren, is the whoa, whoa, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And people understand that rates are in the 7s, but when I've been talking to them about their payments, they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's astronomical. I wasn't.
They're not
looking for
prepared.
that. They're not prepared, and now I'm starting to see the pushback
Yep.
that I thought I would have seen when they crossed into the 6s.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, it's a
Did
delayed
not see it.
response.
I thought it would be the pushback when it crossed into the 5s. Then I was like, okay, when we cross over the 6s, it's going to happen. There's going to be a pushback. No pushback. Now we're in the 7s. 7 is a real number. The last time we saw a 7 on a mortgage was 2002, exactly 20 years ago. Okay? The whoa, whoa, whoa
Is here.
is here.
But here's the good news.
And I'm seeing that all the time.
Yeah, I think this is where we're at too. I have people ask me all week long. And Terry, it's like a hurricane. When's the best time? When's the most positive feeling any person can experience during a hurricane? In my opinion, I've lived through a few of them. It was the worst is past us. The worst is over.
Yes.
It can't get worse than this. The worst is over. Like, it's just going to calm down more and more and more, and we'll be okay here. So we shouldn't expect no more damage and no more other stuff like that. That to me is kind of like where we're at now. This whoa, whoa, whoa is like, holy cow, affordability. I don't know if I could do this right now. I don't know. Should I wait? Should I do this? Should I do this? That? Terry, I just had a client yesterday, past buyer. I'm going to talk about this a little bit later for a minute because there's one piece in the information that's really important for people to understand that he was like, Darren, you are amazing. I would have never known that. I was more worried about this over here, and you pointed out this over here, and that could be the game changer of what we do, when, and what. And what that was, I might as well share it now. What it was is, he said, look, we've been in our condo. You know this, Darren. You helped us find it. They moved from Indiana or whatever, and they've been in there for 1 year and 4 months. His job's taking him to Alexandria, and he's like, I don't want to do this commute. We want to live in Montgomery County. We want to be in Clarksburg. We want to be down there, and we want to get a townhouse and everything else. And so I said, great, sounds good. Your price of your condo in the last year and a half's up probably 15, 17%. That's wonderful. And we're going to look at prices. He told me what he wants and the whole 9 yards. And then I said, oh, Luke, check this out. You've been there 1 year and 4 months. If we sell your condo 1 day previous to 2 years of ownership, you get to now pay capital gains tax on that puppy dog.
And I believe they're 15%.
Yeah. So he goes, what? And I told him, and I said, it's on the gains. And I said, this is about how much it would be. If your condo, we bought it $200,000 and it's now $260 in 1 year and 4 months or whatever, shy of 2 years, that's $60,000. There goes 10 grand in capital gains tax.
That's no income.
Right. So now he says,
It's technically a flip.
yeah. And so he basically said, oh, well, so I said, look, we list your house a month before your 2-year anniversary. You settle the day after or whatever, you own it 2 years, and you just save 10 grand in your pocket. He goes, Darren, I'll pay you the double commission. No, he just didn't do that. But he basically said to me, wow, that changes our timeline maybe, because for 10 grand, I might be able to endure the commute a few more extra months maybe, because they were already looking in the spring, which is around the corner, as we haven't seen snow yet, the spring market's coming. But it's true. And it was a good conversation. He felt so much better. He's like, wow, this is the kind of stuff, but Terry, with you and my knowledge of having so many years, 50, 60 years in doing this stuff, this is what people need to have. This is what is really, really important. So, all right, do you have anything else to share? And I'm going to get on my stuff. We got anything else?
Yeah, that's right.
Good. All right. So, life on the streets, real quick. I want to share this. I have 2 properties for sale right now, both been on the market 7 days plus. So what is the seller to do? Panic hasn't set in because I won't let it. We got a little turbulence. We've had 7 showings on each property plus. So what do you think my suggestion is?
Lower the price?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Nope. So here's the next thing to get an offer. I told him, Offer 3% in closing help, which since you're seller paying it, you can put that, a buyer can put that towards what, Terry?
A 2-1 buy down. Bingo.
Touchdown! That ball's out of here, baby. So what we're going to do is we're going to offer the closing cost to not only pay for the buyer's 2-1 buy down, which is a much lower interest rate to get in the door, makes them all happy because buyers feel like they're getting a deal. When their interest rate, they'll pay sale price. I'll pay full price, but I'm getting a deal on the mortgage side. I'm getting a deal because my payment's going to be how much less? How much less with a 2-1 buy down on average?
About on a $400,000 loan, it's $230 approximately.
That's what this house is. This house is 4.25.
Okay.
So
you're
I'm going to
looking at
market it.
$230.
How would you like to save $230 on your monthly mortgage payment?
So the way that I sell the 2-1 buy down.
Go ahead. I need your advice. Come on.
Is here's the deal. Every smart person out there, every person that deals with the interest rates, okay, is predicting that rates are going to come back down in the next 2 years.
Yes.
So this is a bridge to get you from a very high rate, which isn't all that high, but you can say a very high rate, to a very acceptable rate at 5.5%. Okay, so you can go 7.5, 6.5, 5.5, and basically you can get a 2-1 buy down. If you do it 7.25, 5.25, 6.25, whatever that 2-1 buy down is. Now you got to make sure that the lender accepts 2-1 buy downs. We do. We actually 2-1 buy downs. So you can do different things, right?
Okay.
But the seller or the builder or the lender has to pay for this buy down.
Yep.
What they're saying is that the borrowers cannot pay. So that money, so if you're putting 5% down, you get 3% towards closing cost help, and you can use 2.5% of that towards the buy down.
Okay.
So you got to list it as the buy down. There is going to be an addendum. We're going to be very, very clear with everybody that you are getting a temporary buy down. This is not a note rate. This is not what you're doing is you're having the seller or the builder prepay your interest for the next 2 years.
That's what it is. Essentially, that's the best description. When people say to me, Darren, I keep hearing about this, or I hear you, what does that really mean? You just said it in layman's terms. It's prepaying all the interest you would have paid all up front.
Not all the interest.
Not all. Right. Sorry. You explain it. You're the lender. You go. I'm gonna shut up as a realtor. Go ahead.
What you do is we're prepaying some of the interest to get a reduced payment for the first 2 years.
Bingo. That's it. Splash.
That's the best way that I can explain it.
That's it.
And that's what it is. And we are going to make sure that everybody understands that.
Yep.
And nobody's going to say
it's in writing. They can't say they know about it.
Well, it's an addendum.
It is. Yeah, we have an addendum. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be an addendum that's a 2-1 buy down. Now we can actually do a 3-2-1 buy down.
Oh, that's even better.
That's even better, but that's going to cost
a little more.
Approximately 4%.
4% of the sale.
4.5%.
4.5% of the sale price.
And it can only be a conventional loan.
You can do 4.5%
of the
seller
sales
concession on a conventional with this program.
But they have to put 20% down.
No.
Because, so let's say a builder says, I'll give you a 3-2-1 buy down, but you have to put 20% down.
Okay.
This cannot go towards, because the rule on a conventional loan is if you put less than 20% down,
yep,
the seller or builder can only give you 3%.
Closing help. Yep.
Okay? Only 3%. If you put down 20%, then you can get 6% closing cost help.
Okay, awesome. There you go. That's huge.
So the 3-2-1, people will ask. It does exist, but only in that case.
All right, so what we're basically doing is, Terry, we're taking buyers going whoa, to hey.
I think I can do that.
Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. That's why we're here. All right, so the first thing is offering the closing help that goes to the 3-2-1 or 2-1 buy downs and all that. Or just reduce the value. The next step would be just reduce the value by 3 to 5% and let the market respond. So that would be a secondary item that I would suggest, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to get an offer any second on these with doing that because that's what buyers want. But anyways, I got a backup plan. But what if that doesn't work? After all, fewer showings, things get crazier, whatever. There's more whoa in the world, right? Reduce it again. And this is the golden rule, 3% every week. Every 7 days in this market, if you're not getting showings in an offer, you better stay ahead of that curve. If you even get remotely near 44 days on the market, unless you're in a high price range, you're dead.
And let me back up to what I said earlier, because this is very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
The 2-1 buy down has to be paid by the realtor, the builder, the lender, or another interested third party, and that interested third party can be your parents. But they're not giving you a gift.
Yeah, it's not a gift letter.
It's not a gift. They are actually, the parents are actually signing the disclosure saying that I am paying for the buy down.
Okay.
It is not a gift. So if they need gift money on top of that, that's fine.
Yep.
But the parents can pay for the buy down, and a lot of people don't know that, but now we let everybody know that in the audience.
Nice. This is, man, we are giving out the secret. We just opened up the curtain. You guys know who the true Wizard of Oz is, and his name's Terry Kernan.
Absolutely.
And he still loves the Commanders. All right. Nice win, by the way. It's coming. It's all good.
Hard word
all
to
right,
say.
sorry. We were doing so good till I mentioned that. And we were doing so good till you reminded me last night after 7 straight wins, my Houston Astros in the World Series, and I predicted it. They blew the first game. They got it out of their system. Now it's time to win again and take the trophy home. All right, that's my thing. All right, here we go. We got 4 minutes or so maybe left on the program, right, Mr. Producer? Here we go. All right, here it is. So we talked a little about seller strategy, Terry. This is important. Seller strategy, you got to know. So let's say, well, whoa, Darren, I'm not on the market yet. I got a couple homes coming.
So you like this whoa thing.
I do like it. Whoa. This is the seller side of, forget the buyers. I got my seller side of whoa now. Ready? Here it is. I don't have my home on the market yet. We're getting ready to list. I got 2 coming in the next probably week or week and a half maybe coming up, okay? 2 nice homes. Here's the strategy. Here we go. We're not on yet. What I've done so far is you must know the last homes, just like most apple to apple, and their condition. To price yours, you need to be priced, okay? Since interest rates are at like 7.2, this is it. You need to be priced about a minimum of 3% less than the last highest prices ones that just sold.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're going in.
That's so you can get an offer. That's not multiple offer stuff.
That's so you
I'm
get
talking-
an offer and showings.
Yes, this is to get showings and an offer. This is to be competitive now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are like, wait a minute. Now, the chance, my strategy to
That's a whoa.
it is. Because you'll get an offer, and that's what we want. You're not going to lose money down chasing the market, which we don't want. That's the stupidest strategy there is. Mm-hmm. And by the way, 55% of now sellers are now doing that. Okay, so that's not a fun game. And if they want to call in and ask me, I guarantee they'd be the first to say, yes, Darren, you're right. This is not a fun game. We're mad. Okay. All right. So you get behind the 8 ball because now you're going to lose 10 grand, 20 grand for no good reason at all. You don't need to. If you do this, I guarantee you're going to get, but multiple offer situation is probably more like about 5%. Okay. What that's going to do is a multiple offer situation gives the strategy to absolutely close the gap as fast as possible on any, not real, but it's in your brain as a seller, perceived losses. That's what it does.
So if I'm a listener, because I'm listening to you, my question is, does this 3% pertain to all price brackets?
Yeah.
It does. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
'Cause
anytime
I'm thinking of
the best
700,000 versus a
3.
250.
Well, it would be
There's nothing below 250.
above 700 in Frederick County. I would be at 5 or 6 right out of the gate.
Okay.
So that one's a different one. But anything 600 and under, okay, then no. That 3% rule is just kind of standard. 5 is even better because what it's going to do is it'll bridge that gap up. So that's the first strategy. Is that the reason why is because it gives the seller, number one, the best chance, which they will, to close that gap. You think you're losing money, which you really aren't. You're staying ahead of the curve. You're staying ahead of the market. You're actually going to make up some of that, but you're going to get the best thing. Here it is. Ready? The terms and conditions that you want predominantly. You want to try to get an as-is versus an inspection out of the gate. That's the only way. Not the best way. That's about the only way right now. To not have to pay buy downs and closing costs and all these other things and this and that and give the dog away, which is going to maybe be on the way. Who knows? I got 30 seconds. This is the best way to get your terms and conditions on all that. Mr. Producer winced at me, so I'm done in 10. Here we go. All right, guys. Next week, we're going to talk more about strategies for buyers and sellers. And to make sure you're in the best position, take care. Have an awesome weekend. Terry and I are here for you at your Frederick Real Estate Update. Take care now. Good seeing everybody. We'll see you on the fun side of the island.